welcome to Working Dragon Mystic. I am Jade, here to do a video on the magical properties of cranberry sauce. Now, I'm going to show you a personal recipe that I have, but also keep in mind that you can also imbue the magic that we're going to be going over with these ingredients in even a canned pre-made cranberry sauce. So if you're not a talented in the kitchen and you just want to go buy the canned version, you can still put the magic in the cranberry sauce. But for those of you who want to learn how to make it on your own, it is super simple and only requires very few ingredients. So let's get started. So first and foremost, we are going to need a 12-ounce bag of whole cranberries. I've already got them in my strainer here. I've rinsed them. So you're going to want to set about a half a cup aside for filling in later, but the remainder of the cranberries you're going to use for the beginning part. So we'll go ahead and add that to our sauce pot that we have right here. Now, the magical properties of cranberries, it is tied to protection, purification, love, healing, great for cleansing out negative energies and negative influences. So aside from that, the next thing that we are going to need for our cranberry sauce is some water, especially because we're going to have to boil these cranberries. And so we have right here a 3/4 cup of water. Now, water is also tied with purification, emotions, intuition, psychic abilities, powerful in cleansing. So really nice thing to have here. And then on top of that, you're going to need some fresh orange juice. If you don't have fresh oranges around, you could always use just good old orange juice pre-made from the grocery store. But I have some right here from whole oranges. You're going to need roughly about a 1/4 cup. With oranges, the properties with oranges is joy, energy, vitality, happiness, and positivity. So there we go. So the next ingredient we're going to need is brown sugar, which I have right here. I'm actually using the zero sugar alternative just because I'm trying to keep the sugar content down. But you're going to need 3/4 cup. Make sure it's packed in the measuring cup when you do it. But I already pre-measured it here. So the brown sugar, the properties of it is sweetness, grounding, stability, sweetening the intentions um, of your spell working, and happiness. Alrighty. Now, for those of you who did use the store-bought orange juice, there is an additional ingredient here, which you wouldn't be able to do per se if you did just the store-bought juice, which would be orange zest. It does add a nice citrusy kick to the cranberry sauce. So if you happen to use fresh oranges, you can easily add some orange zest. You would get the orange zest by using one of those little grater things and just scrape all the way around the orange before you cut it. And then you get all the lemon zest. So we're going to need about a teaspoon of orange zest. All right. And then the last thing you're going to need is vanilla extract. So vanilla extract is tied to love, comfort, calmness, happiness. I mean, you see it a lot in desserts and comfort foods, and so vanilla is really heavily tied to that. So we're only going to need about a half of a teaspoon. There we go. Now, do remember that when you're adding each of these ingredients, you're going to want to push that intent of whatever you're imbuing in this dish into into each ingredient as you're putting it in. For me, cranberry sauce, it just makes me happy whenever I eat it. So I'm going to push, happiness and joy into this dish. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to have all these ingredients in your pot. You're going to heat it over medium heat, stirring it occasionally for about 10 minutes, roughly until the cranberries start bursting. Once when that happens, the contents will start to thicken. From there, you'll go ahead and add the extra half cup of cranberries after you've removed it from heat so that we have some whole berries and the popped berries. And then from there, You could either serve it at room temperature, or a lot of people like to throw it in the refrigerator to let it thicken up even more. Um, and then they will serve it then. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this on the stove, and I will be back when the cranberries have started popping. Okay, welcome back. So we are finished now with cooking the contents in the cranberry sauce and everything over the stove for 10 minutes. All the berries had popped. So now it's time to add in the last few cranberries, the ones that we had reserved off to the side, um, and into the sauce. But just to kind of show you for consistency, this is kind of how it should look. You should see the clumps from the popped cranberries, and it should be a little thick when you are pouring it. That's the type of consistency you're looking for with the cranberry sauce. And then from there, we're just going to go ahead and add the last bit of cranberries, stir it in. And then from there, you're just going to let it cool. As it cools, it'll continue to thicken until it gets that nice traditional cranberry sauce texture. Now, from here, if you want to taste test it and see how it is, and then you can either add a little bit more orange juice or orange zest, add a little bit more vanilla extract. You, by all means, you can, so that way it meets your personal taste preferences. Some people add nuts to it, or some people add a little bit of cinnamon to it. Whatever flavor you are looking for, just play with it after you've got the main base cranberry sauce going. But I'm going to go ahead and taste test this now. It's a little hot, so I gotta make sure I don't burn my mouth. Let's see here. All right, ready? Mm, perfect. It has the right type of citrusy zest in there from the orange, from the juices and the zest. A little bit of sweetness from the vanilla extract, but you do not lose any of the flavor of the cranberries. So comes out perfectly. My opinion, it's perfect the way it is. But if you like to add a little bit more to it, by all means, mess around with it and see what other type of flavors you can throw in there. I'll be posting the recipe in the comment section, so that way you can give this a try yourself. And make sure to hit that subscribe button so that way you are notified of future videos that come out. And also make sure to give us a thumbs up. Let that algorithm know that you like our content so they can spread it around to other people who are looking for the same information. Also, do check out our local community that we have. We have special content there for the general the public. And then we also have exclusive content for our local paid subscribers. So go check us out over there. We have some great stuff going on there. So until next time, I am Jade here with Working Dragon Mystic. Take care. Goodbye.